Oh, she's so close. Mom, I'm home. Let's see if I can hit this real quick. Nice. There's a burrito in the fridge. What? What? Well, that's the only thing that's in this fridge is this damn. Oh, I got bacon. So, don't touch my kombucha. Yeah, I'm gonna touch that right now. Yeah. Actually, before I get into this, I've been itching for a ride. I need that cruising USA. Cruising, yeah. Cruising USA. Damn, this thing is beat up. Sorry, Ocarina of Time, you're gonna take a back seat on this ride. So we go for a cruise, baby. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot. Oh man. How about a more modern cruise? Yes. Yes. Yo, welcome back to Ctrl Alt Discuss. This is Ep 3, baby. We got into Ep 3 so far. I know I said every month, right? I was going to try to do one every month. What happened? April got a little crazy, busy with the holidays, and then May, with the work and stuff, and then the weekends just couldn't work out. So got a little busy, but we are getting back on track. Hey, something is better than nothing, I think. Hey, and I'm working at it. So be patient, but I appreciate you coming back. Again, this is Ep 3. We are now talking about gaming, baby. This is one of the eps that I wanted to do. It's been so long, not so long, but it's been an app that I kind of been like itching to get off. But, you know, we're going to be talking about gaming and just the simpler times of gaming back in the day, back where battle passes didn't exist and updates and 100 gig downloads, and, you know, just back when it was the couch, you know, sitting on the couch with the homie or the friends and, you know, playing just co-op games or just, you know, fighting each other in Smash Brothers or whatever, you know, other, you know, multiplayer game that you guys play, you know, back in the simpler days. And I wanted to do this app because, you know, gaming has always been a part of my life ever since growing up. You know, since it's always been in my family, even like my uncles and my grandpa played video games, and my mom grew up with us playing video games. And, you know, it's just been just so part of my life. And even today, I'm still playing video games, and I'm critical of new games that come out, and I've been wanting to do reviews on them. Just to get my voice heard about, you know, games and, you know, what we want to see as gamers for, you know, from the devs. And so, yeah, I wanted to, you know, start today's episode with, you know, the early days of gaming, the friendships that, you know, connections that made, you know, along the ways from the past and to today. And then talk about what has changed. We do have a special guest, the first special guest of the series. I'm excited for them to come out. They've been very busy with their schedule, preparing for big tournaments like Evo and other things that they've got going on. They are a big streamer as well and content creator. So they will be here later on in the show. Whenever they get here, they told me that they would be on the way. So once they get here, we'll have them on. But yes, our first and hopefully not the last special guest. And yeah, so that's going to be today's ep. So yeah, strap in, throw me in the background while you play your game, whatever that may be. I know like during this time the Elden Ring came out, so if you're playing that right now, or if you were able to get the Switch 2 like myself, which I'm actually we'll be getting that going right now. I'll try to get some gameplay going on. No audio, just to make sure I'm not doing any copyright issues, but we'll have gameplay maybe in one of the corners of the screens over here around here. And then the shout out, of where I'm at in one of the screens around. As you can tell, this is a nice little area. We are out here in Palm Springs, more far Palm Springs, but yeah, we out here in Palm Springs, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's hot, but it's, I'm trying to keep this going for you guys. I'm trying to keep the location fresh for you guys, and for myself. I want to keep this challenge. I love it. If you didn't get a chance to see the Instagram reels or stories, I should say, that I posted, to kind of give you a sneak peek of what's going to be happening, of what the location's going to be. But yeah, so we are out here in Palm Springs. It's very, very nice. But inside it's very, very cool. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Akuma sweater. Obviously I wouldn't be wearing this outside, but representing the gaming world. Evo is coming up, so shout outs to them. But yeah, so let's get this episode kicked off. Let's get it started. I'm just in case I don't rant, because there's so many games and so many eras and so many genres and things I can just keep talking about. I want to say I've done it all. But I can't honestly say I have. But so I got my laptop here to hopefully keep me structured. I got the Switch controller we can keep gaming as we keep playing, and then we'll get the guests out here as well. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Again, thank you for hanging out and waiting for this episode to come out. I've been waiting to do it as well, so thank you again. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Yeah, so obviously let's talk about where it all begun. And that has to be with my our first console as like a family. But like me and my brother, our first console was technically, I want to say, the Nintendo 64, and I could be wrong. He can correct me and throw it in the comments, but technically it was the Nintendo 64. Our family did have like the older consoles even before that, like the Super Nintendo, Atari, Genesis even. And maybe we did start with the Genesis, but for them, actually I think we did. But yeah, for the most part, our family we've all been gamers, and that's kind of like how we grew up. Like my grandpa even had his own sick, like super turbo, like Super Nintendo controller that had like all the turbo buttons it had switches for all the colored buttons and everything. And I always remember him playing like R-Type. I believe it was what it was called. And yeah, we've just always just had like games in our family. Like uncles had like the Super Nintendo and Nintendo, and I remember they even had the pads, right? The Olympic pads for it, which was super sick for its time, I feel. But Nintendo was always like innovative, I feel, from the get-go. I'm gonna be rambling for a minute, I tell you. But yeah, so me and my brother, we started with like the 64, and then it got to the GameCube. We've always been like Nintendo fans, and then eventually we did get like a PlayStation 2, and then that segued to, of course, the Xbox 360 that I'll share in a minute. But yeah, so I mean, there's always been, I would say we always played. We did play a lot of the games, because I remember our cousin had Turtles in Time when we would go to his house, and that was like what was like one of the main things I was excited for to going there, was to play Turtles in Time, because like that game was so good for its time, no pun intended. But yeah, and then so I felt like it built our family bond, and then even like we also had friends too that I felt like gaming made that bond even stronger with our friendships. My friend David, like everyone remember meeting him in 7th grade, and we just had a connection on the same type of games. And even to this day, like we still very much love like Oblivion when they made the remastered. Thank God, I didn't even that was like a present in disguise. I didn't even know I wanted that, but they re-released Elder Scrolls, and I remember buying that game and selling. I was obviously I didn't have in high school. I didn't have money, so we would get games and we would sell in the GameStop, and then to buy the new games. And so I remember like probably like selling and buying that game multiple times because it was so good. Like I think now that I bought the remastered, I probably had bought Elder Scrolls 4 probably maybe 5 times now at this point in my whole lifetime. And they've only released it twice technically, unlike Skyrim. Skyrim's good, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Elder Scrolls 4, and that built a bond. And then when they released Fallout and New Vegas, like that then obviously built a bond with my friendships with my friend. And even with my brother, we built bonded over games because of the co-opness in the games that like built our bond together, or strengthened our bond, I should say, together just from those games alone. And then, I mean, how could I not remember like Zombies with another friend of mine, Chu? Like we bond off Zombies, and even now with my other friend Woo, we've been playing Zombies. Like these games in general have like built relationships I felt with all of my friends and family members. And not to say without them, I wouldn't have these friends or friendships, but like, I mean, I would say it's definitely helped solidify the foundation. And, that's why I have to give a shout out, and that's why I had to make this episode, because like, that's how deep it is with me, in my life, even from like, or not even from, but from the get-go of my life, from when I was born, it's been implanted in me. And so, yeah. And so, my first console was, like I was saying, our first console was, I think technically the Nintendo 64. And then we just been honestly like low key, like subconsciously like Nintendo fanboys, because we grew up with the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance, and then Nintendo DS. We've had plenty of those variations, and now the 3DS. I have that in my backpack right now. I still carry it with me, and then now the Switch. So, and I haven't forgotten. I'll get that started, but I just realized I have the mic, so I'm probably not gonna be able to drive and play as much. But we'll see. But yeah, like, and then from there it's just, I remember it's just for growing up after, I want to say after high school, because like even before or in high school, we were playing games just to play games. I would say I never really, really wanted to play games to be like good at them or to be a pro at them. It was just playing games to have fun and funs with friends. And then, after I got into high school, once, the schooling was out of my schedule and I can play games more often, and then it became like I need to be good at games. I need to be better than people at games. And I feel like that's kind of what evolved later on. But before that, I remember like always like the console wars and like representing which console that I belonged to. And I remember it was like, because like in my family, we had them all. We technically had them all. We had a PlayStation, we had the Xbox, and we had Nintendo. So I would always remember being like Finland or like a neutral country in the I don't even know if they're neutral. I mean, that was just like the first place that came to mind. But just being neutral, because we had them all technically during the console wars, and just always just kind of letting everybody fight against each other, and just like showing off the sides, and then just remembering like, oh yeah, okay, I gotta remember, like that's a good benefit about that console. But for the most part, I would say handheld wise, it was Nintendo ruled that, and it's you cannot even debate that. And then it was mainly a battle between like Xbox and PlayStation as they fought for the graphic sense. But like Nintendo had like Smash, and it had like the family games and Wii Fit, and obviously I don't want to go tangent because dang, we'll go down that road. But But console wars for the most part I felt like was between Xbox and PlayStation. And for that most part, like I feel between me with my friend group, it was I was more console heavy, and that's just what it was, because that's what my friends had. And I also had some friends that had PlayStation, but I also had one too. And those are like SOCOM heads. I feel like they love SOCOM Gran Turismo. But those were, I guess you can say, probably were the exclusives, and that was the main reason. But the memory cards that even from Nintendo 64, I remember having my own memory card. That was dope. I had my own, my brother had his own, and my mom had her own. We had our own memory cards for the Nintendo 64, even our own controls for the most part. I had a blue one. I always remember that. And my brother had a yellow one. Funny enough, once we were in Xbox, I'm surprised he didn't go with mustard instead of ketchup kid, but so, that may be whatever it is. So, but the memory cards, and then I also remember us going cheat codes. Cheat codes kind of just faded away after as games got. I wonder if there's ever a conference on why cheat codes stopped existing. Because I remember us back in the day going to, we lived in a neighborhood and Vaughn's wasn't that far away. So we would go to Vaughn's and we would get, it was me, my brother, another friend, two friends that lived on the street, and we would go get like macaroni salad or potato salad, which was like super cheap. I don't even know if it was cheap, but it was like $1 something. And then obviously we would get it was 25 cents, if that, if not 50 cents. Again, this is 2003-ish days, 2004. So it was like a quarter for a can of soda. And Cactus Cooler Cactus Cooler was so good. So we would go there. But more importantly, we would go to the magazine aisle. And I remember this tips and tricks at the back of the magazine had cheat codes, and we would write them down. And then later on, like the good magazines, they started putting them in plastic, so we couldn't really, get into them. And they always had like a demo too, which was sick. Which, again, what happened to demos? Like, bring demos back. Stop with the alpha, early access bullshit. Like, let's just give us a demo. We'll give you feedback, and then we can continue good games again. But yeah, cheat codes, that was sick. Like, getting the cheat codes, writing them down, and that's kind of like how I would say the cheat code that I used the most was the Konami cheat code for Contra. And I feel like you needed to use that cheat code for Contra. Like, there was no way around that. Like, that you had to, or else you weren't beating the game. Plain and simple. But yeah, what was your favorite cheat code? What was your guys' favorite cheat code? What did you guys use? What was your favorite console? Kind of console war-ish, but what was your favorite console during that era? PlayStation, Xbox, and I can't even say N64, but GameCube, I guess, will be that. Yeah, it was GameCube. So those three. But yeah. But while you guys sit on that, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring out our special guests. I think they're here. I just saw the Ring doorbell kind of announce. But yeah, so our special guest, without further ado, he is a semi-pro gamer himself, self-proclaimed, I believe. I mean, I haven't read the charts yet, and I haven't been on, what's it called? Start.gg, no, Smash.gg, Jesus Christ. But let me scoot over so he can come on into the ring here. So we're going to take a small break from the nostalgic sense, but don't worry, we'll fly right back into it just because Mr. Semi-Pro is so busy with his schedule. But he's your favorite streamer and mine, and hopefully soon to become the next Evo champion. We shall see. Without further ado, Shadow Fox, bring your sexy ass. Unlock the door. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, get me out. Yo. Yo. Yeah, man, what's up? Yo, yo, yo. Thank you for having me. What's up? What's good?
Yeah.
What up, chat?
So-
what up?
Yeah. So thanks for being here, Shadow Fox, despite, your busy schedule. So, we'll jump right into it. But what qualifies you as a semi-pro gamer?
I once got to master rank in Street Fighter 6 on a broken fight stick, and I signed up for Evo, but tore my Achilles and couldn't make it.
Damn.
But for the most part, I would say just playing most games above average level. If that isn't semi-pro, I don't know what is.
Yeah, fair enough. What game made you fall in love with gaming?
Easy, Ocarina of Time. You could say that was my first open world experience in a game. Shout out to the Legend of Zelda franchise, but fuck the water temple. God damn, that temple sucked.
Let's talk about modern games for a second. But what's your biggest gaming complaint right now?
Biggest complaint, obviously, microtransactions and unfinished games at an alpha level cost. Just give us demos. Just give us demos and we'll give you feedback. I think that's pretty much
True.
Those two things.
Final question. If your game was a life, what genre would it be?
Sandbox, all side quests, no map. No, maybe not all side quests, and then a lot of looting, shooting, and main story multiple arcs.
Okay, sounds about right. Well, thanks for coming out, Shadow Fox.
Of course.
Give a shout out to where we can find you.
Thank you, chat. Appreciate you.
I love the show. Shout out. You can follow me at shadow_fox with 2 X's _ at twitch.com.
We'll throw it in under.
And yeah, thank you for having me, brother. Appreciate you and love everything you do. Take it easy.
All right, you too, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, just go ahead. Yeah, you got to push the way out. Yeah, you got it. All right, man. Dude, what a freaking gamer, man. He came all the way out from Southern California. He drove all the way out here for this quick interview. What a guy, man. What a legend. Give it up for him. Pure legend. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and jump right back into it. Let's see this. Let's try to get a little bit of this going. I know I said I was going to try. The Switch 2 is crazy. It just feels like quality. Just pure quality. It's just so nice. But yeah, so speaking of which, back in the day, yeah. So I remember Unity Night. So that's what it was called. So in football, we had what was called Unity Night, and it was pretty much it was for football, though, the varsity team, and it was like a way for us to come together, kind of thing. And I remember our friend brought a power generator and 2 screens, and then I brought my Xbox and he brought his Xbox, and we LAN partied out there, out on the field, and that was sick. Because I remember even today, and that was high school. That was more than about half my life now, and I will always remember that those times. And then later on, that I guess because maybe PlayStation did have something like that back in the day, but I can't say for sure, and so I don't know, but I know for sure Xbox did, and we did that shit with zero problem as kids, and they knew what they were building then. So that was sick. So shout out to them for that. Again, it's just been a part of my life. That's just been amazing. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. This is crazy. And this game is great, by the way. If you are able to get the Switch 2 and you did have a Switch, you'll say the same thing. I think it just feels like quality. But let's keep the train moving here. So how has gaming changed? I think one of the things for sure is, how I was saying, the nostalgic feel of being able to just sit on the couch with the friends. I feel like COVID kind of also ruined that sense as well. So really the whole meeting with people is really, I feel, no longer a thing, and having that connection, which sucks. But hopefully the Switch 2 will bring that back. I think the Switch 2 has the capabilities of bringing back like couch gaming again. Me and my friend, me and my homeboy, my buddy, my blood, my brother from another mother, Chew. We still do that stuff. One of the games that I love playing, like he pulls out the Nintendo Wii, and we'll play like old school games on the couch whenever we hang out. Still, like that's always gonna be a thing. I feel just because like we probably because we grew up with that, and that's just always been a core. And he has kids now, so hopefully, we'll translate that into their life, and we'll keep the tradition going. But yeah, like I'm sure and then my other friend, he wants to create a new game, so hopefully I can maybe later on create a game that that aligns with what I'm talking about today, which is bringing back the connection, and hopefully that online or the online world doesn't like ruin too much of the gaming life. But they have to stop with I think microtransactions maybe need to be, they can do, obviously they need to do it for whatever reason to live, maybe, I don't know, I'm not in that space, but microtransactions is hurting us, and because inflation and unblockables meaning in the sense of like, just give us everything with the game, stop making us buy stuff every 3 months. Friends on the couch versus Discord. I have friends, I think, because what I do and what I love, I have friends in Discord almost every night, as in a sense that if I'm doing it on the couch, and I think it's like I have not escaped from doing this, from having the gaming sense with me and everything, like, and having this bond, and keeping myself around people like-minded who want to game with each other nightly when you can, because I feel that's why we game, to escape from the craziness out there, and just enjoy our nights, whether with our boys or our girls or whatever it may be. So yeah, that's I think that's one step towards that. But yeah, so I think a lot has changed since then. I feel like connections with each other have changed when it comes to gaming, and I feel like a little bit has sprinkled in like the journalism of that as well. I feel like that's changing a lot as well. And so hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel where gaming gets another peak. This whole year with new games has been amazing so far, but I will say we've had for sure, I feel, a game of the year that has come out and I played, and that is, I feel, game of the year, and I'm putting it out there right now. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Beautiful game, amazing game. I finished it. I think I probably have about 40 plus hours into it. That was an amazing game. By far, the music was beautiful and everything. And before that, we had Monster Hunter. And before that, we had it's another second version game. It's not Banner Lords, and I'm gonna pull it up just because I don't want to butcher, because there's been some great games. Street Fighter just released their latest patch release. Season 3, Elena just came out. Again, like I was saying earlier, like Elder Scrolls 7, whoa, calm yourself. Elder Scrolls 4 just came out, remastered. So we gamers have been eating good this year. I'm trying to think, what did we have in the beginning? I don't want to butcher. I bought it and I just can't remember. It's a medieval game. Gosh, I'm so bad. I'm horrible. It is called, it's not Bannerlord. It is Kingdom Come Deliverance. Is that am I? Am I butchering it? That sounds about right. That sounds right. I'm gonna look right now just to make sure. Yes, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I was right. I can't believe that. That came out earlier. I didn't finish it. It was a little slower for my pace, but it was a great game. Like I was saying earlier, Elden Ring Elden Ring Northrend. Nah, I'm butchering these, but that's because there's just so many. North Ring. It's close. That just came out. So we've been eating good this year so far, spaced out wise. I think we're doing good. So I feel like dang, that was dope so far. Monster Hunter just came, like I was saying, just released new content. Akuma just came out, and then now we just got the Switch 2. So we're gamers eating good right now. There's really nothing to complain about. It did look like it was going to be slow, and then obviously other people are also waiting for a GTA 6. We know that's coming out in the future, so I feel like we're fine on that sense. But other than that, I think if we can just kind of hopefully the Switch 2, this is like the golden age of bringing the couch gamingness back and bringing this back. The camera for it is already dope. I won me and my buddy, we were playing online. I'll put some screenshots in here. I did my first online knockout race. That was fun, and I won. I was the only one with the camera on, which sucked. It would have been cool to see more people with their camera on, or if they had the camera. But I get it. It's expensive. It's just really expensive. So I just had a camera that I could use, which was awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing anything that I wanted to kind of touch on. But yeah, let me know, what was your favorite console growing up? Your favorite game growing up? What defined you growing up with in video games? Like I was saying, for me, Ocarina of Time, that I will always remember Ocarina of Time, and then Majora's Mask being the hardest. I didn't finish until 10 years later in life, where I was an adult and I knew what to do, because it was so advanced for my little peanut monkey brain. It was just so good, but it was so good that I wanted to play it, but I went into it thinking with my Ocarina of Time mind that I was be able to do it. Not the case at all, but it is what it is. But yeah, I think that's it. This was dope. I've been doing weird fun stuff out here while I had the chance to this open space. Started doing a little video. I'll put that in here as well, kind of in the kitchen back here, which was fun. But yeah, thank you everyone for kind of tuning in. I have had some people waiting for this episode. They've asked when's the next one coming out, and I'm glad that I've been able to just finally do it. So thank you everyone. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be able to do the next one soon. I think I'll be able to too. I think everything's kind of lined up. June's been packed. I just got some time to do this, so this has been great. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this has been a blast. Get the Switch 2. This thing is quality. But yeah. Thank you again, everyone. Till next time. Yeah, let's keep talking.